The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by WWE Hall of Famer, the Oracle, Paul Heyman. From Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed.
He is wearing the Shula Bala. Paul Heyman has coined him the tribal thief. I just call him Oscilla. 330 pounds of Big Bronson Reed, weighed in the biggest match of his career.
A massive opportunity for Big Bronson Reed to prove that he belongs with the very, very best, stepping out of the shadow of Seth freaking Rollins and even Bron Breakker. Tonight is a massive night for the massive man from Australia.
It is an absolutely electric atmosphere inside Live Defense Arena. Over 30,000 WWE fans here tonight. Michael Cole at ringside with Wade Barrett. Wade, are you ready?
I'm ready to embrace the spirit of the storming of the Bastille. We are going to have a riot in Paris tonight, and with that, let's hand over to our French announce team, Philippe Giroux and Christophe Augeus.
Nice.
Merci Michael, merci Wade, mesdames et messieurs, Clash in Paris, one last time. Ici c'est Paris, merci à vous tous.
I thought you only spoke French when you were drunk.
Perhaps I'm drunk right now, Michael Cole. That's the secret.
I'm drunk on this atmosphere. It has been a wild couple of hours leading up to this event, of course, with our countdown show, and now kicking things off with Bronson Reed in the OTC.
And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in for 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is wearing two Ulafalas tonight as he makes his way to the ring. They are to honor both his dad and his uncle, the late great Sika and Afa, the Wild Samoans, who bestowed the tribal chief moniker on Roman Reigns, made him the head of the family, the head of the clan, a number of years ago. He said normally tribal chiefs don't wear two Ulafalas, but he's doing it tonight out of respect to his father and his uncle, in complete honor to them. Roman Reigns had a fair warning to Bronson Reed. He told Bronson, you come for the king, you best not miss. Roman Reigns told Bronson Reed, I don't fight for shoes, I fight for championships.
It's a great line, but the truth is Roman Reigns defeats the vast majority of younger opponents before the bell has even rung. That man walks on water in this industry. But the masterstroke has been shoegate by Bronson Reed. Pierce the veil of invincibility of Roman Reigns. Humanize this man and take away that intimidating factor.
And the matchup is underway. Biggest match in the career of Bronson Reed. Wait. Roman Reigns has only competed in 4 matches so far in 2025. Reed's been in the ring every week. Does it favor Bronson Reed?
I would never put any favorability on the side of an opponent of Roman Reigns. And judging by this 30,000 plus audience, they would agree with me on that one.
Paul Heyman, of course, looking on. He now is part of the vision. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and, of course, the world champion Seth Rollins. Let's not forget that Paul Heyman, over that 1,316-day reign as champion for Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman was there every step of the way.
Paul Heyman has been the anchor point for Roman Reigns for years upon years. A safe harbor for Roman Reigns he can always turn to in the hour of need. Not anymore.
And of course, then the Heyman betrayal of not only Roman Reigns, but CM Punk back at WrestleMania when Heyman aligned himself with Seth Rollins. And I like what Bronson Reed is doing here. He's not allowing the crowd to take him out of his game. Very patient, waiting to start this match.
It's a great point you just brought up, Cole, but the truth is this link-up with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman has given Reed the mental expertise that will match his brand of physical destruction and take him to the top of this industry. That is a game changer for the career of Bronson Reed.
And also the way that Reed has almost bullied Roman Reigns over the past couple of months, taking 2 pairs of Roman Reigns sneakers. Just a schoolyard bully move.
First he took the shoes, tonight he takes the pride and potentially the career of Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, who has the 4th longest championship reign in WWE history. The man once went 4.5 years without being pinned in a one-on-one match.
And that's in the modern era. You call it the 4th longest. In truth, it's worth way more than that. It simply doesn't happen in this day and age.
And Roman Reigns beginning to understand what Bronson Reed is all about. But now he just shakes off the attempted shoulder tackle, and Reed says, bring another one. And again, a stalemate. This one driving Reigns back a few steps.
Roman, welcome to the world of meat planets.
Now Reed, runs into a right hand. Veteran move by Roman Reigns. Reed got a bit cocky and Reigns made him pay.
Well, Reigns completely baited in Bronson Reed there, and that is the experience factor we talked about earlier on. And Paul Heyman, if he had any hair left, will be pulling it out at that mistake from Bronson Reed.
And Roman Reigns having so much fun with his capacity crowd here tonight in Paris. Reigns now looking to build momentum up. Oh, look at Bronson Reed just picking Reigns out of the air. And Reigns slips behind. And now going to try to lift the 330-pounder up, and Reed says no way. However, Roman Reigns going to power Reed up on his shoulders. Incredible by Reigns, but not enough. Not enough. And Bronson Reed literally collapsing on the back of Reigns' head.
Well, we talked about mistakes from the less experienced man. That was a massive mistake from the veteran Roman Reigns, getting carried away by this audience, this atmosphere, and overestimating his own abilities in the early goings. And how crucial could that mistake be? Who's the man? For the chances of Roman Reigns tonight.
And you know, Wade, we talk a lot about the bruiser attitude of Bronson Reed. He's very athletic as well. Very agile. You saw him deliver that cannonball there moments ago. And now, Reed with the, slam on the table of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, there really is no one quite like Bronson Reed, a super heavyweight who can move like a lightweight when he wants to.
Well, Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins knew what they were doing when they put Reed and Braun Breaker together and as part of the vision.
Yeah, you put the two most badass young up-and-comers in this game, and you get them on your side, and you make them even more dangerous.
Yeah, but now a right hand by Reigns, and Bronson Reed on our announce table now, and Roman going to drive Bronson Reed face first into the ring post.
Here's part of the brilliance of Roman Reigns right here. You take your eye off him for a beat too long, and this is the result.
Roman Reigns just bouncing Reed's head off the ring post. And again, okay.
Well, here we go.
This is going to be a quick night. I told you we should have brought the coal mine back.
All yours, Roman.
Roman Reigns now clearing off the announce table. And Bronson Reed with a clothesline just ran through Reigns. Roman took a little bit too much time, and Reed made him pay.
Let's point that out, maybe 3 or 4 times the cranium of the massive Aussie was bounced against the steel ring post, shook it off like it was nothing, and that has shocked even Roman Reigns.
You know, and let's not forget why Reed's even in the vision, Wade. Remember what he did to Seth Rollins last year? 6 straight tsunamis, knocked Rollins out of action for a long period of time, and Rollins said if you can't beat him, join him, bring him aboard.
Most dangerous move in all of WWE, and that is something Roman needs to avoid at all costs.
World's strongest slam. Cover now on Reigns, and a kick at 2. And the WWE fans trying desperately to will Reigns back into this match, but Wade, Bronson Reed made a statement with that world's strongest slam.
I mean, it's ludicrous levels of power, and now merciless abuse being thrown the way of Roman Reigns.
And now Reed gonna mount Reigns and pound away with the big right hands. Reigns trying somehow to rally.
Roman Reigns is just getting eaten alive at this point by a hungry young superstar out here tonight to make a career statement.
Well, Wade, you hit the nail on the head. Hungry is the perfect way to describe Bronson Reed and what he's looking to try to do in his career tonight. Can you imagine a win over the original tribal chief in this atmosphere in front of 30,000 in Paris?
I'll tell you what it does. It makes you a perennial main eventer in one fell swoop, and now crushing the sternum of the tribal chief, just exacerbating the damage to the midsection of the great Roman Reigns.
And a big smile on his face. Heyman at ringside with a smirk as well as he watches Bronson Reed dismantle the man who ruled WWE for 5 years.
How awesome has Bronson Reed been thus far? Everything Roman has thrown at him has just bounced off. And this is Roman Reigns, the man who has beaten everyone over the past 10 years.
Come on, Roman!
Reed just mocking Reigns now as he continues to try to twist the head off the shoulders of the original tribal chief.
The mockery for weeks, the theft of the shoes.
And Roman fighting back to a vertical base. Couple of body shots by Reigns. Now we're right to the face. And oh, what an elbow! What a collision! And Reigns just take it out.
And listen, you've sat ringside for literally every single important match of Roman Reigns' career. You know that moment we just saw. The momentum is building. Roman Reigns is starting to catch fire. There's usually no way back for opponents. Ozilla has a very different take on that.
And Wade, there's been very few instances where we've seen Reigns dominate in this fashion over the past number of years. Probably just a handful of men who've been able to even attempt to do this to Roman Reigns.
Number one, the physicality of Bronson Reed. Number two, the smarts of the man who has been next to Roman Reigns for years, who knows every weakness, who knows every move of Roman Reigns before he makes it. The strategy of Paul Heyman.
And look at this chin lock. The arm actually under the chin into a throat area. Almost looks like close to a choke here, but our senior official, Chad Patton, is right there checking things out.
If anyone knows the difference, it is Chad Patton, and he's letting this one go, but fading, doubtlessly, is Roman Reigns.
And Paul Heyman realizes, as he looks on at his new meal ticket, he believes that Reed and Breakker will be headlining WrestleManias one day.
Well, it's very rare that Paul Heyman has got it wrong in his career, and that's why he's been at the top for 30-plus years, picking the winners before they become winners.
But we said one day may headline WrestleMania. Roman Reigns has main evented more WrestleManias than anyone in history, and he's fighting back now and showing you why. Here comes the OTC. Oh, and Reed with a Samoan drop. And just like that, the utter quickness of Reed. Cover, hook to the leg. Now Roman's got to kick it too. But did you see how effortless it was for Bronson Reed?
Well, take a look at that. Once again, snuffing out the momentum of the tribal chief before he can get any kind of offense building. That is key to keeping Roman Reigns down and on his back.
And now really going to mock Reigns. Those sets of sneakers were taken from Roman Reigns by Bronson Reed over the past month. Reed carries them around like a trophy.
You've got
like a scalp.
You've got two Ulafalas, I've got two Shulafalas. Winner takes all tonight, perhaps.
Yeah, but that cockiness may have cost Reed. Reigns back to his feet momentarily, but a headbutt drops Roman Reigns, and now Bronson Reed delivering the forearms to the face of Roman.
Complete ground and pound smash. Roman Reigns with whatever you can.
You know what else impresses me about Reed? The engine. He has a non-stop engine. Reed goes from the bell to the end. Great stamina, little slowing down.
And look, I've been following the career of Bronson Reed ever since his days in NXT 5 years ago. He was a smash and grab kind of guy. If he couldn't end it quick, he probably wasn't winning. That's the biggest change in Bronson Reed's makeup since then. The fact that his engine has grown and grown.
Well, and again, you surround yourself with winners like Heyman and Rollins, and it's going to be infectious, right?
Well, now Reed is trying to take the shoes of the Tribal Chief once again, and Roman Reigns has clearly had enough.
Yeah, I was going to question that strategy. Not sure if that was the right point of the match for Reed to do that, but
let's get the job finished first, Bronson. Then you can do whatever you want.
And went for the splash in the corner. Roman Reigns rolls out of harm's way. And now Reigns looking to try to rally here. Oh. Clothesline stuns Reed a bit. Another one, but Reed's still on his feet.
On his belly, shifting the big Aussie.
Uppercut by Reigns. Another right hand. And now Bronson, reach. Oh. Reigns trying to get him over the top rope. And now he will. Reed collapses to the floor.
Just goes to show, against a powerhouse like Reed, you have to dig deeper than normal. Reigns did exactly that there at the second time of asking. You have to turn the dial up to 11.
And Reigns with his classic drive-by, delivering the boots to the face of Reed. And again into the post for Roman Reigns. And now driving Reed shoulder first into the steps.
One match deep, the ringside area already beginning to look like a war zone.
And it's going to be one of those nights, I think, as Reed is sent back into the ring. Roman feeding off the capacity crowd here tonight. Roman's locked and loaded.
We're going to go for that kill shot and get this one over with.
Roman went for the Superman punch, picked out of the air, and a big slam by Reed, followed by the senton. Cover for the win. Oh, Roman kicks it too.
Take another look at this. The big kill shot coming in from Roman until it was not. And an effortless Uranagi senton combo, swinging the match back in the favor of the colossal Bronson Reed.
Is this the pace you expected this match to be at?
Well, normally Roman Reigns likes to control the pace. He's not been able to do this, and really dropping the hammer has been Bronson Reed, working way faster than Roman Reigns likes it.
Yeah, Reed said it's over, but Roman Reigns had other ideas.
Got to take Roman out of his comfort zone any way you can, and so far it's been a masterclass by Bronson Reed, but getting over the hump, getting the victory, that's the next step here.
Oh, and Roman Reigns, nice takedown, cover here. Is it enough? Almost had him, kicking 2.5.
The flash pin out of nowhere, here's wide open.
Went for the Superman punch again. Reed with a Death Valley driver.
Jagged edge.
For the win, is it enough? Kick out by Reigns again at 2, and another near fall.
And right now, Roman Reigns is just looking ragged. He's not looking like the immortal guy we've known for years. He has been humanized and dominated by this massive Aussie.
Yeah, but you saw the look on Reed's face. He's beginning to understand what it means to be in the ring with Roman Reigns. There's a reason this man was champion for over 1,300 days.
This is exactly what Bronson Reed has been asking for. Test me against the very best. Well, they get no better than Roman Reigns. And right now, living up to his billing is Bronson Reed.
Reed trying to lift Roman Reigns up and into a pile driver position, but Reigns able to duck underneath. Big kick to the face, and Reigns driven outside the ring.
Braun Reed has had an answer to everything that Roman Reigns has tried.
And here comes Reed.
Oh, God.
Full speed. Reigns caught him. He caught him with a Superman punch. Not sure if he got all of it, but he got all of that one. Reigns cover for the win. Kick out at 2 by Reed.
Well, that is a testament to the toughness of Bronson Reed. We know the history of Roman Reigns. We know what he can pull off when he's been crushed with move after move. But Bronson Reed clean on the jaw. Effectively, 2 Superman punches in a row there, and Reed is still cooking.
It is our first match of the night at Clash in Paris. Over 30,000 strong, firmly in the corner of Roman Reigns in this matchup.
Thus far, however, the 30,000 strong have not been helping Roman Reigns. It's been 85% Bronson Reed, but awakening now seems to be the tribal chief.
Reigns is ready to go. Went for the spear! And Bronson Reed with a kick to the face of Reigns.
The perfect counter, and now cleaning out the garbage to the outside, and take two for Bronson Reed.
And Reed with a suicide dive, wiping out Roman Reigns. That's like a jumbo jet.
And I'll tell you right now, any training school on the planet will tell you over 200 pounds, you don't do dives. Leave that to the cruiserweight. Forget 200, forget 300. That is 330 pounds of menacing Aussie.
Reigns in trouble. Bronson Reed smarting as well. Look at Heyman constantly communicating with his guy.
This is your chance. This is your oh God, we're going there, Cole. We're going there, Cole. The most devastating motion. No!
Nobody home. Reigns averted disaster as he rolled out of harm's way, and now Roman may have a chance.
Well, that landing on the outside for Bronson Reed took a hell of a lot out of the big man too. That's why he took so long getting to the top rope to hit that tsunami, giving Reigns enough chance to get out of trouble.
And now Roman, locked and loaded, looking for the spear, and he was caught. Rhodes was caught. Roman was caught, and a sit-out powerbomb. Cover on Reigns, and Reigns kicks out at two.
Oh, all of the power, athleticism, and malice combined with technique that any performer could ever want, but still, Reigns lives on, but he's living dangerously, Cole.
Well, Wade, I don't think I've ever seen anyone neutralize Roman Reigns' spear quite like that.
Every single top move of Roman Reigns so far, Bronson Reed has had the answer for, and it didn't work the first time, Cole, but now we are going for a take two. And this is where Reed needs to pick up the pace, scaling the heights once again.
And Reigns back to his feet, uppercut to Bronson Reed. What does Roman do here?
Whatever he's cooking up, there may be heinous consequences for the big Aussie. It's one thing being on the attack when you're on the top rope. You do not want to be playing defense when you're 330 pounds that high in the air.
Body shots by Reed as Roman climbed the ropes. Now Bronson with a headbutt. Drops Roman to the center of the ring, and Roman with a Superman punch to Reed on the top rope.
Now jelly-legged is Bronson Reed, and what the hell are you trying here, Roman?
Going for the knockout blow is Roman Reigns. Oh, the Samoan drop. Reed coming down from the top rope, and both men suffering the consequences of that. But Reigns back to his feet.
I don't know how the ring didn't collapse on that one.
Spear by Roman. This time he catches him, and Roman Reigns with the win.
Here is your winner, the OTC Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, I believe, earned a great deal of respect for Bronson Reed tonight.
Well, it certainly doesn't like him, but what a career-defining performance from Bronson Reed. The fact that he lived as long as he did with the legendary Roman Reigns, and somehow it required everything in the arsenal of the great Roman to pull off a victory tonight.
The OTC gonna celebrate. way in Paris. As Roman Reigns said earlier, if you're gonna come after the king, you best not miss.
Absolutely exhausted, understandably so. What a relief it must be to get past this massive obstacle after the symbolism of the shoe theft, the insults, the misery this man has been put through. What a goal.
Finally, Reigns gets his hands on the man who stabbed him in the back at WrestleMania. A guillotine on Heyman.
And all the sniveling and tapping out in the wall, they're going to save you now, Heyman.
How sweet this must be for Roman Reigns. Choking out Heyman with a guillotine tonight. And the Shula Fala is back in the hands of its rightful owner.
Roman Reigns will be celebrating in style tonight in Paris. Couple of glasses of Vin Rouge, no doubt, and well earned. With his adoring public looking on here at the La Defense Arena. Do any of your pens work, Michael Cole?
I'll open them. Here's one. There.
For a journalist, you're supposed to have pens that work, Michael Cole. That's day one stuff.
And he's signing the shoes and tossing them into the crowd here in Paris.
Man, how much are those shoes going to be worth? You imagine that on eBay? Although I imagine somebody's going to get them.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Braun Breaker! Braun Breaker just speared Reigns through the announce table.
Completely defenseless Roman Reigns, focused on throwing the shoes to the audience, just got split in half.
Braun Breaker just came flying over the French announce table and speared Reigns through our table. An abrupt end to Reigns' victory celebration.
Paul Heyman completely unconscious in the ring. Bronson Reed broken down by that spear. These are the consequences of messing with power.
And finally, officials making their way out here to check on Reigns to get Braun Breaker out of the building. That was one of the damnedest things I've ever seen.
Just so much velocity centered on the midsection of Roman Reigns and then crashing through that steel announce table.
Come on, Jason, get him out of here. Now Breaker into the ring to check on his partner, Bronson Reed, and of course the oracle of the division, Paul Heyman, who was choked out by Reigns moments ago, but Roman trying to make it back to his feet. Roman, a very proud man, and
He's got busted ribs after that impact. It was absolutely hellacious. And struggling to get vertical despite all the help surrounding him now is tonight's victor, although at this point he looks anything but.
Shut up.
So you see Paul Heyman gingerly being dragged out of here by his two proteges, presumably needing some treatment of his own.
Well, Roman's gonna need some help as well. He's struggling just to make it to his feet. That spear was just, I mean, the impact.
The damnedest thing. Here's the thing, when you don't see it coming, you cannot ride the impact. It hurts all the same. But when you're blindsided like that and you go through a table, you can times the impact by at least 5.
I mean, I guess we shouldn't be surprised that Breakker finally made his way out here. I'm surprised he didn't come out earlier, actually.
He didn't come out earlier. He thought Bronson Reed had the job in hand, didn't quite contend on the power of Roman Reigns.
Roman with the victory tonight, but not quite the way.
Oh, God. Oh,
Breakker's
no,
loose again.
stop.
Breakker, spear! Breakker loose again, about cut Reigns in half.
With a 20-yard run-up hitting top speed. 23 miles an hour.
Well, get security out here or something. Bronson Reed trying to come to his senses and drag Breakker away as well.
You can ask for security all you want. There is not a security guard on the planet who can stop that man.
Get out of here. This one is different. We won now.
I'm willing to die for this one. You understand? You are in my way.
Hey, knock it off.
Breakker's got a screw loose. No doubt about that. Bronson Reed not done yet. He sends Roman back into the ring.
God, we had a couple of attempts earlier. I've got a bad feeling about what this maniac from Australia is about to cook up.
Well, I mean, Bronson is obviously upset because he lost moments ago, but oh no, my God, oh my God.
Here we go, Cole, from the top. Tsunami!
A tsunami to Roman Reigns. That's 330 pounds flying through the air, and now the security heads out here. Our general manager from Monday Night Raw, Adam Pearce, out here as well.
An epic war of a match. 2 spears from Bron Breakker and a tsunami against a defenseless Roman Reigns.
They gotta get these two guys. They got to get these two out of here.
Yeah, give them a methodology, please. They leave when they want to leave.
How about stun guns and handcuffs? And I got a situation here. The EMTs have been called with a stretcher and a backboard. And
This is what happens
break your
when you
ribs,
mess
you
with the
can't
bishop.
move at all. It's really that simple. It's one of the most debilitating injuries you can get in this game. And for all the toughness of Roman Reigns, and he showed us all of that tonight, when the body breaks, it simply does not cooperate anymore.
Yeah, the medical personnel in the ring obviously attending to Roman, and who knows, he could have internal injuries after that couple of spears and then the tsunami.
Through the table too, this steel table that is almost impervious to being broken.
Yeah, tell Breakker that.
Took that as a challenge, it would appear, and used the body of Roman Reigns to destroy it.
Well, Roman being strapped in. This is hopefully this is just precautionary, Wade, and
Well, it's a sight we've never seen before. We know all about Roman Reigns. He leaves on his own power, no matter how beaten up, no matter the war he's been through. Well, tonight, sadly, is a different, oh God.
oh my God, come on! Somebody stop these guys! Reed now rush into the ring again!
And security are clearing out. They're strapped to a stretcher.
Roman
It's Roman Reigns.
He's
We're going to get
helpless.
another one here.
He's helpless! He can't move!
Tsunami!
Oh my God! family comes first. Jey Uso out here to check on Roman. Roman hasn't moved. Roman was helpless, strapped to that backboard, could not defend himself from the tsunami, and now Breakker back into the ring. Somebody's got to get the damn cops out here.
It's effectively 2-on-1 here. Jey Uso,
and a spear to Jey. Pierce, get him out of here.
Completely unchecked power here in our opening match, a clash in Paris that has now descended into a sheer riot.
Well, now the ring being flooded with security. Finally,
as merciless an attack as I have ever seen.
No,
they're still not done.
No.
Security guards aren't careful, they will be next. There's no talking reason to two ice-cold killers like Bronson Reed and Brock Breakker.
Bronson Reed trying everything in his power to make it
Here
to the
we
top.
go.
Not again! Damn it, you're gonna kill him!
I think, Cole, that is the intent.
Get him out of there! For the love of God, Pierce, get him out of the damn ring!
Saying it is easy, doing it is impossible. They leave when they want to leave. And perhaps now, after the carnage we've amassed, they are satiated. Well, this is where Breakker came out of nowhere to a celebrating Roman Reigns, who was not looking in that direction, took a spear through our table, and when we thought it was done, a 20-yard run-up connected with a second spear, and then this. The tsunami smashing the midsection, and then strapped to a gurney, a second tsunami, undoubtedly giving internal injuries to Roman Reigns. And Jey Uso, who valiantly came down here to save the day. He tried, he failed, crumbled like the rest, and then the piece de resistance, as if we needed it, a third tsunami to a broken, battered, and bloodied Roman Reigns.
Wait, this is a serious situation. Roman Reigns was just gasping for air, writhing in agony, finally being stabilized again on that backboard. But Roman was defenseless. He was helpless. He was blindsided by the spear on the announce table. And from then on, Reed and Breakker did anything they wanted to Reigns.
Yeah, and that is bad enough. But let's talk about Jey Uso for 1 second, who is competing tonight in a fatal four-way for the World Heavyweight Championship, whose ribs have been battered. He can barely breathe himself. I don't know if he's going to be able to compete later on tonight. Of course, that's one thing. Right now, the health of Roman Reigns is the major issue.
Yeah, I don't know when we've ever seen Roman in this state.
It almost feels like the show cannot go on after something like this, but of course, wow.
Well, hopefully we're going to get some sort of medical update at some point on Reigns today, but I mean, they're going to have to get him to the hospital. Wade, this is bad.
Yeah, and it makes you question just how good Jey Uso.
You know what it does? It makes you sick.
Right,
Forget questioning anything. It makes you sick. None of this was necessary. Bronson Reed had an incredible match against Reigns tonight. He did well, right? Reigns beat him in the end. But then Breakker with the ambush and the spear, and if that wasn't enough, tsunamis and everything else. Come on now.
When you stand up to absolute power, there are consequences, and that's what we saw this evening.